Yeah, it's just the first one, so it's
They're
fine.
in my trunk.
Yeah.
So we don't
We're
have
in
to.
the parking lot.
We're all here holding mics around that.
All right, so
I'll introduce. Okay, so this is me, Ego, the parking lot reviewer culturalist. I'm over here with the I'm here with the boys on our maiden voyage. Just got out of Fantastic Four. We're doing our initial impressions. We literally just saw the movie America's Safe. I'm gonna date the video by saying that Russia got rocked. The huge tsunami. Find out if we live at the end of the video. With that said, I guess I'll go ahead and go first. My brother, my spread eagle brother, and my TBD brother are all here. Big Bro was here, but he had to go Mimi's. So he Ubered his way home. I guess are we rating on like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 5? What do we feel, gentlemen?
We all do our scores and then we average it.
All right, so we'll just start with score. I thought it was pretty solid. Coming off of seeing Superman before this, I thought Superman was a little bit better. I felt like that was a little more fun. This one felt a little like they treated it serious. The previous Fantastic Four movies had a lot of like cheesy camp to them. So they were like, we want to steer away from that, keep that to a minimum, and like really establish like these are not super serious, but like, you know, they fit the MCU. So I gave it a straight up just 7 out of 10. That's coming from me. We're going to go to my mug brother next.
Hi, it's your boy, Mug Brother. And yeah, it was a solid movie. I can't, like you said, Superman was a little better, mostly for me because I actually fell asleep through one of the parts because it felt like it dragged a little too long, and there was a lot of sequences that were just not necessary. Like, we don't need like 3 scenes of someone putting on a seatbelt, you know? And I'm assuming we're gonna spoil this, this movie. So, yeah. So, okay. So, I would give it probably like a high 6, low 7. This is solid.
Next up, my spread eagle brother. Oh, he's gonna spread all over this review.
It's time to spread the review. No, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10, just straight up. It was entertaining. There were some couple of boring spots, but the story was consistent. It was, I think, out of the more recent Marvel movies, probably one of the better ones out right now. And I think I would watch it again to miss all of the little stuff that you kind of miss on a first viewing. I haven't seen Superman, so I can't compare it to that. But based off of other Marvel movies that have come out recently, I would still rate it a 7 out of 10. I think that's a fair rating for the movie. Take it away.
All right. Here we go. My TBD brother. We're gonna get his initial impressions. All right, here he is.
What's up, y'all? I don't know. I'm a little conflicted with this one. It's I'll start with the number. It's like a 7. It's been doing that formula that newer movies have been doing, where they've just been kind of skipping a lot of the the world building in the beginning, because everyone's just kind of tired of watching that and seeing it all over. But then there's a lot of parts that's just kind of a little rushed. But then even though with the little rush, there's a lot of like just what I call nonsense of just things happening for the sake of happening. Besides that, it's pretty solid. I'd watch it again.
One thing I do want to add is that this is one of the few Marvel movies that did the tension, and comedic relief. They didn't do that too much in this one, which I really appreciated. At least I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I felt like even though it is like it sticks to like the baseline formula, they didn't go like gag joke, big joke, laugh joke, action. Like again, I felt like this one was like a little more serious. Like they were trying to elevate it to like a higher status.
I personally really liked the visuals, especially in the first half. It feels like in the second half, the CGI kind of takes over, and it kind of hurts the look of the film, the way it looks at the beginning. They're trying to do like a 1940s, 30s,
70s.
or 70s look, and it,
Like 50s.
yeah, it was like 50s, yeah.
50s,
We're all over the place.
Yeah, I think it's like late 40s, 50s look.
Yeah.
It's before the 60s, that's for sure.
It was during the plastic era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the Jello era.
Yeah, plastic era, yeah.
So I really liked the way it looked at the beginning. I liked the color. I liked the way that they made the movie look, because it gave it kind of a more gritty, kind of darker tone. But then when the CGI happens, like when Galactus finally appears and we see him moving around, it kind of takes, I don't know, I think it takes a hit for the worse. I'm not a big fan of the CGI in that. But some of the CGI in the beginning was really well done. When the way they integrated it with real shots and people in the scenes, I really enjoyed that about it.
I think it was the Thing. They really pulled off the Thing. Yeah, it was the best looking thing ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll also agree. I mean, Disney got that money. No, this is just 20th century, but they just perfected it. They got those the workers working overtime. How don't you dare unionize until after we get this movie, and you all work extended hours with no additional pay. But yeah, he did look freaking like straight up. That's like the Thing from like comic to like big screen.
Big ass brow, and like, you know, you can actually see the eyes. You know, you see expression, which is what you normally don't see in the previous
It
movies.
didn't look like a man of Play-Doh.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And the beard was kind of like a fun little thing at the end to give him. I think I helped him make him feel like a real character.
Adding to that, the Foley, like when you hear like him rubbing his hands or him touching his face, you hear like stones scraping onto each other, and that really added onto it.
But again, the other, like, they added a little more humanity to him. I feel like in other Fantastic Four movies, the Thing is always kind of like that side character that is just kind of there to add to the main.
Kind of part of
Yeah.
like the pity train.
Yeah.
You just kind of feel bad for him because
Yeah,
he's like, I've
'cause
lived
he's-
like this all my life. No
he's
one
like
really
a
cares
rock.
about me. And this one's kind of like on the later side of his like
Exactly.
arc, where it's just more like humble and
Yeah.
you know, caring about
He's
everyone.
kind of accepted of it, and then he has his own little side story too in this one, which he doesn't really have in other movies, where he's like trying to pursue that lady, and he's like trying to.
This is one of the few ones where he's not the butt of the joke,
Yeah.
which is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
'cause,
so
you know,
they gave him kind of like that main character syndrome, which I really appreciated. It really made him, I think, like, you can appreciate him the way that you can appreciate him in like the comics, where like he does kind of have some depth to him rather than just the side butt joke, you know.
Or look at me, I'm big. I just crush everything. Oh no, me be clumsy.
He also wouldn't say clobbering time until the end of the movie, which I thought was also cool. They didn't make him cheesy. They made him like I said, a character with depth to him.
with that.
That too.
Yeah, I feel like every other character has like, well, that's like how it's played up, right? Like you got like the fire guy, the invisible one with like the force fields and shit, you know, and then like Stretchy Man, and then you got the Thing, right? But speaking of Stretchy Man in this movie,
Stretchy Man.
Big Richards, I feel like they didn't really focus on this power at all. It was just like brain, like, oh yeah, it's big brain time, you know?
Stretch. Not a lot of stretching. Which, I mean, is kind of fine. I mean, what else can you really do with stretching, right?
Yeah.
Like, he could, you know, he uses his, like, as an extension of himself, but he doesn't necessarily, like, do a lot of it with it.
And then when he does stretch, or he does do some of his stretch powers, they're good scenes. Like at the beginning, we see the monkey fighting scene.
The Luffy the monkey.
Yeah, when he beats up the orangutan. And then at the end, we see him obviously fight Galactus, and he uses his powers in a way where I feel is
Reasonable.
reasonable. Yeah, there's been other movies where his stretchy powers are a little bit just like goofy.
They're just cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
straight
this
up
one they
cheese.
took that serious tone, and I appreciate that. Makes it a little bit more respectable to the
I mean,
character.
ultimately, that is like his greatest superpower. It's not the stretchiness; it's the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then again, just to back up what my brothers are saying, yeah, the stretchiness. I mean, he's not doing any One Piece shenanigans. He's not getting super creative. It's not thinking outside the box. He's doing what you expect them to do. And you're like, okay, maybe I was hoping for something creative, but you know, it gets the job done. Like he said, the his powers are on showcase. I think again, they're leaning more towards the big brain, which he had before, so that's not technically a superpower. Although, I mean, when people, well, I don't want to go into spoilers, but people chatting some stuff. And they kind of like really, they're like celebrity idols because they have like, there's like a talk show. And like, this is in the trailers too. And stuff like promotional material. So it's like, I can't remember anyone else other than like Tony Stark getting like celebrity status as a superhero. Everyone else is like a god, like a monster, a freaking World War veteran, you know, a thief, freaking little Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's like there's notoriety in a good way. And then I also wanted to say I thought it was really clever to humanize the thing by fitting him in like big man's clothing. I kept thinking Stewie from Family Guy.
When he was laying down on the bed, he had those big shoes. I thought that was a good touch.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Oh
Or how he uses the freaking grinder to shave.
Yeah.
And then he can't. That's why he ends up growing a beard. I like that. I like the way they did the thing in this movie.
Yeah. They gave him a lot of depth. They helped humanize him because you don't really think of a human, especially in the comics, as like a race of people. You think like the closest thing we have to him before is Korg. Hey, Omurok. Yeah. I can't wait for those two guys to meet each other. You look just like me. Cloprin time, eh?
Kaititi, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Taika.
Taika Waika Taikiti. El Terranator. That's pretty much the thing, dude. It's El Terranator.
Okay, so we got our reviews. Again, just to recap, 7s all around. We've kind of avoided spoilers. We've kind of like pinpointed the things we like. I will say, really quick before we get into spoilers, favorite scene that like I guess stood out for you. I'll go first. One thing I liked was like the opening montage, and this is like in the first 5 minutes. And I think Disney is also like, you can look this up on YouTube. They've done like an extended look. Basically, there's like they're on a show. There's actual like ABC, so they're using like in reality like broadcasting networks, and they're like, oh, you're getting interviewed, and this is the Fantastic Four, and they went up to space, and they all came back with powers except for the Thing. Or no, I'm sorry, Senator Reed. And they all get like they get like a solid. It's just like all the superheroing stuff that you wanted to see. I think the best part for me was when I saw Johnny go to like the oil rig on fire. They were like, oh damn, what are we gonna do, brother? We can't fight this. The oil just feeds the fire. And then he comes, and I don't think I've ever seen him absorb flame in the other movies. And I know like he's done it in the comics, but like he came up and he's just like, to me the flame, and then it just like hoovers all the fire into him. And I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can like expel the flame as well, but that's pretty cool that you can absorb it. And then he's like, everyone's like cheering. They're like, yeah. And he's like, hey, gotta go 4. But that was pretty good. I did like that whole imagery. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to my mug brother.
Favorite scene. If we're talking about favorite scenes, I'm assuming there's gonna be spoilers here, just because we're talking about favorite scenes, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
spoilers if we could.
my favorite scene is when they actually step into Galactus's butthole, and like you see like all the like the lava and the pipes and everything, and you actually see the big dude. You know, I feel like the atmosphere is pretty legit, and everything that takes place in there. Again, like you want me to keep it a little bit like light on the spoilers, so I won't say that, but it's pretty legit.
Nice. Throwing it over to my spread eagle brother. So again, favorite scene or just part that stood out to you?
There's a lot of good scenes in the movie, but I think I enjoyed some of the, as boring as they may have been. I think the reason they felt boring was also because they felt pretty real and relatable. But it's a lot of the scenes where they're like around the dinner table, or they're like it's like side talk. I liked a lot. Personally, I don't think Pedro Pascal was the best choice for Mr. Fantastic, but I do appreciate he's trying to be like that cocky, smart-ass character. But at the same time, like there's a couple scenes in the movie where you can see him have like an internal like character struggle where he's like, I don't understand what's going on and I need to figure it out. And there's a lot of these like in between like transition scenes, I would say, where they're like figuring things out that make you feel what the character, like the struggle, the inner struggle that the characters are feeling, and how they're trying to piece these things together. It's like something that you don't see in a lot of superhero movies, where there's a lot of like planning to fight the enemy. A lot of the times there's like maybe a training montage or something, but in this case, like, it was more of like a inner struggle. Like, he's trying to figure out, how can we beat this guy? And then when they have a plan, it gets destroyed in like an instant with the Silver Surfer, and then they have to kind of like adapt in that moment. And I think that the way that they adapted in this one wasn't cheesy. It was kind of believable, and I think it helped the story overall. So I would say some of those scenes are pretty they help glue the better, more action scenes together.
Nicely said, nicely said. We're going to throw it to my TBD brother. So again, his favorite scenes, standout moments, that kind of a thing.
I'll keep it short and simple. Somewhere in the beginning of the movie, there's like a chase scene, and there's like a lot of wacky kind of things kind of going on at the same time. It's very like invigorating. It's very like, it just grabs your attention. There's some things that you just kind of scratch your head of, how's this kind of happening? And I think a lot of those questions, when you ask them to yourself while you're watching something, just kind of like entices you more, and kind of makes you get more into the scene. And that's about it, without spoiling too much.
Spoiler talk now. We're just gonna flat out just ruin the movie. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. Definitely, it's worth a watch. I think this is like the start of Phase 6, which is like 4 movies. It's this, Spider-Man, and then the next 2 Avengers. I think. I could be wrong. MCU has I think Deadpool said it best. It hasn't been good.
It's called The First Step, so I'm assuming it's the first of a new series. Yeah.
I thought it was because of the baby, and the baby's like walking, like first steps.
The baby didn't even walk, dude. It just crawled.
It was like Chucky.
It didn't
At
even
the end.
crawl.
It had its first steps at the end of the movie.
That was
ugly,
like
man.
That's an ugly ass baby.
Dude, yeah, the CGI from the kid, not the best. I don't know why you had the CGI. I mean, the thing was carrying him, but yeah, you could tell.
All the money on Ben, that's why.
Yeah. And dude, like, what about for like plot holes? Like, dude, like, the whole thing is about like, a guy becoming like a giant ass simp, and that's why it works. That's why the movie just happens. If it wasn't a simp and just spending all that time, kind of like, be like, man, I must obsess over this silver lady. Yeah. Come on, guys. I need to know. I need to talk to her. I need to talk to my Discord kitten. Space waifu.
Yeah.
I did, like, that inconsistency is bugging me, because like the Silver Surfer was chasing them at like warp speed, but then she couldn't catch up to him in the city. Like, I don't know, that part really irked me.
Well, it's because on Earth there's gravity, so maybe that had something to do with
it. I also did notice the similarities. Can you track her? No, we can't track her. She's moving faster than anything we can track. But I can tell you where she's been. And then the whole Johnny, I think the line was, "What happened, Johnny?" She spoke to me. She spoke to all of us. No, but she spoke to me, just me. She was this close. I looked at her right in her eyes, and I saw stars and myself. And then she said something.
I thought it was funny how they couldn't physically beat her, so they had to emotionally traumatize her.
Oh yeah.
But she also saved the day, like a Hail Mary at the very end. So it's like, if you depowered the Silver Surfer, what good would that have done? Couldn't that have been the plot? It's like, instead of stopping Galactus, just stop the Silver Surfer, because Galactus can't do shit without the Silver Surfer. Because the Silver Surfer's like, you should go over here and eat that planet now. Yeah. Excellent, my herald. I'll do that. And if you just stop the messenger, then you stop his whole cycle.
Yeah, true.
And that's kind of how the movie ended. I mean,
yeah.
Right? It was just kind of like Silver Surfer just kind of being like, okay, I'm going to be good now. And yeah.
They probably fought once they went into the portal, though. I like Johnny's character, too. I think he was cocky and confident, but also serious when he needed to be.
He wasn't like overly cocky like on the other bad movies.
Like the Fox Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was bad.
I like how nothing went according to plan. Like they had plan A, plan B, not until plan C, which is like all Mickey Mouse together, until like they just pulled it off.
That helped make the end of the movie, or close to the end of the movie, when Sue gets revived, feel less cheesy. Because so much shit goes wrong that you see it coming, but you're okay with it. I feel like, at least in my opinion.
Man, dude, she used those stem cells to revive, man. That baby power, man.
Dude, she choked her. Dude, you saw that?
The baby was choking.
Children
Choked
power,
her
man.
back to life.
The baby.
You didn't see the level 3 super from the baby? Full health revive? Yeah. I'll just say another thing that I liked is that they kind of spread the big brain around. It's not just Reed telling, what do we do, Reed? How do we beat Doom, Reed? How are we going to stop this, Reed? Reed, what you got? How are we going to combat this? They all had like something they were good at, and they all contributed. It wasn't just Reed. I mean, they ultimately went to him when they needed him the most, but like Johnny's like, I can decipher this language. No, don't bother him. He's got big brain problems. I can handle this. And then like Ben's like, okay, I got the ship. I can be a good pilot. Yep. Obviously, Sue Storm, she's like, I know how to handle the mob and reach people on an emotional level and make it relatable. So it's like they all had contributing factors. It wasn't just Reed Richards like, all right, here's the plan and here's how we do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and it's good because there's a scene when they kind of come back from space where he's just kind of like, I don't know. And he just kind of doesn't know what to answer. He's just like really confused and kind of just be like, they want to take my baby. And, and he's just like freaking out. He just like scares everyone because he just doesn't have a good answer for everyone.
I'll give Pedro Pascal points on that scene. That scene alone was really well done because he really did portray somebody that didn't know what to say at that time. And he didn't lie. He literally told them the truth and he did the best he could. But he knew that like, by telling them the truth, everybody was going to hate them, and he just kind of like went for it. He like Hail Married it.
Yeah, took it on the chin.
Yep. And I appreciated that scene too. Like I said, all the characters felt real in this movie. It wasn't like an Avengers movie at all, where like you can't really relate to a lot of the characters. It's just kind of over the top. In this one, even though it's over the top because they're superheroes, they do have a lot of human-like qualities to them, and I think it makes it more enjoyable overall.
Okay, I have to ask, and maybe someone could fill me in this. What's up with the car? Why did they spend so much time showing the car?
I can answer this. So that was their interpretation. If you've ever seen like the cartoon or like the old early 2000s Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Car, the one that like splits apart into four, and then like, oh, we need to come back together, guys. So like that's their version of that, but it's way less like over designed and like future space. Technology, like, oh my god, how did he figure out how to do that, and why do they need all four compartments if they just ride together? But that's the whole deal with the car, because it's their version of the Fantastic Car.
They took the same approach with Herbie Fully Loaded, or whatever that robot's called. What's a Herpy or whatever? What's the
herpes. Herbie.
It's got a really emblematic. How do I should say, like,
aesthetic?
No.
It's
like
recognizable, I guess you could say. But
yeah,
the thing that bothers that's not what bothers me. The thing that bothers me is that the car could fly, but they spend most of the time just driving it around. You know what I mean? And and when it does fly, there's like some really bad CGI of it just kind of like landing and like doing a whole bunch of other weird things. That's why I'm like, what's up with the car, man? Like, it's just there. I get it. Cool. Sell toys.
Yeah. That's it. It's just one of the things that's like really big for the comics that they use. So it's like that's how they incorporated it. But yeah, it is their car that can fly. That's how they get around together. At least, I mean, Johnny can flame on and zoom zoom zoom. He goes wherever he needs. Everyone else has to they're limited by the streets and like the area and their mode of transportation. So and I don't think the police cars can fly. I do remember seeing that. Yeah. Yep. So I mean, again, more spoilers. Reed is like, I've been working on tracking down the Triad in different organizations and the Brooklyn Heights and over there and the suburbs and Hell's Kitchen. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just end evil now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He gets all baby crazy and thinks it's like his baby's gonna like rule the world or something. So he starts like doing crazy things.
Well, when he has a conversation with his kid, or he's like putting him to sleep.
Like, he's being really autistic about it. Yeah, like just hyper focusing on that. But
Well, it's because it was like they didn't know what was going on. Like all they had was whatever Galactus said to them before they escaped.
even before that, they were already acting like that though.
Yeah, there's like that scene where they spend like a whole 5 minutes just kind of like baby-proofing the house.
But it's also because they felt old because it was like a late pregnancy. They'd been trying and couldn't get pregnant, and then
2 years.
so then I think that helped maybe explain that a little bit.
Okay, so Ego, this question's mostly for you. Did you know Galactus had the ability to make pregnant women more pregnant?
No, that's
I mean, the power cosmic works in mysterious ways. He can do a lot of things like Galactus.
I mean, she was already pregnant. Doesn't he have like time dilation shit?
Well, they were in space.
space,
They were in space for like a month or 2 months.
Well, it was like
They
a couple, I guess hours
Yeah.
or whatever, but
But for them, it was
Space
hours.
dilation.
But like in real time, our time, it was like months.
Yeah, but Galactus triggered it because he did the thing.
Can't you do? He's a big guy. He can control gravity. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Big guy, you know.
He sees a pregnant woman. He takes care of a pregnant woman. Yeah. And your child belongs to me.
I mean, she was already really pregnant. Yeah, she was already super pregnant. So
I was actually kind of like, oh wow, she's going up with them, like knowing that she's pregnant. I kind of like, whoa, we're doing this. Like it don't matter what. We on health care, we were getting them food stamps, we still going to space as a family. I'm like, whoa, you're gonna take you're like it, because like Reed is like running tests like it seemed like daily. And so it's like, okay, you don't think like going into space gave you superpowers so like that would affect your child, your unborn child, and you still take them into space?
they gave the baby a bunch of G power, man. That baby was a G. That's why it came out, dude. Just got the extra pushing. Because the scene when the baby's born is technically when they're like slingshotting around that planet to get extra inertia. So there's like a whole bunch of G's, a whole bunch of Andrew Tates,
I did like the spaceship, how it was like a solo cup instead of a solo cup, I don't know, just know. I thought it was a pretty cool design.
And I like how it had that specially made compartment just for Herbie, where like he gets sucked in and like cushioned.
Snuggles in.
yeah, bubble wrapped him. And Herbie, I need you to turn off the engines. Do what am I command?
I keep thinking like
Fully loaded.
of fucking R2D2 noises whenever I see him like do something.
It actually did shit. Like the robot was actually helping them, like in the way that you would expect it to help them, and it didn't have like a cheesy scene at the end where like it helped them kill Galactus or anything. It tried to protect the kid, but didn't really.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If the robot somehow defeated Galactus, I would have been like, okay, I'm fine with this.
There's movies where they do shit like that though, and that shit pisses me off. In this one, I think they gave that character the right role. Like it was just there helping him like file taxes and shit.
I don't know. Every single time I saw that robot, I just kept on thinking of Chappie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, Herbie, put up all of the baby jail fences. Herbie, work on the dinner tonight. Herbie, I need you to build a crib. Herbie, he's basically like their assistant.
But he runs on cassette tapes.
Ain't gonna lie, when I saw his eyes or his face module piece like open, I was like, oh shit, a cassette. All right, you won me.
It's got that real on real, man. Some low tech shit.
Dude, did they have to make the LPs, the vinyls, gold though? It looked like he was like listening to like the gold records, like the ones that you get from like when you sell a million.
I think
CDs.
isn't it like a reference to one of the space missions where they included
sure.
one of like a vinyl, and I think it was gold.
Oh, maybe that's what.
I think that's what they're trying to
he
reference.
got him from Mr. Incredible, right? Like he's the one that
he was
ended-
recording
yeah.
them from space and whatnot.
Richard was getting the signals.
Yeah, so I think that's what it was referencing.
Like,
You know,
here,
you know.
sample this. Make some sick beats with these space noises I recorded. They're
Right.
gold. You can't tell me you can't make gold music using this.
Dude, they're actually like wails of agony of people dying.
And then the way like Johnny of all people is like on his little like fantastic watch, which they all had and was pretty cool. It was like, all right, the message. What do you think about this? What were they saying? And then like he keys it. Another thing I liked was like all of the tube TV technology, big screens. They look just like those like 2,000 ton. How did you? I have some questions about the architectural structure of this. This because it's New York. I'm assuming it's
Advertisers.
yeah. But I dig that's Melee players are gonna be living good in that universe, which is universe 828, right? From what I remember, it tells you like right in the beginning.
It's not on the Sacred Timeline.
Which we've all seen Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, one of us hasn't.
No, actually, I just wasn't there.
I think it's one where you left like before the movie started.
Probably.
Yeah, we watched Thunderbolts. That one was cool too. I would have given that one like a 6.5 out of 10. But
I think that was the best movie of that whole phase, Thunderbolts.
yeah.
Ironically, that's the one we talked the most shit about.
Yeah. Actually, no. I think I would also give it a 7.
Thunderbolts.
I think we're getting a little sidetracked though.
Well, the reason I brought it up is because the post-credit stinger in Thunderbolts is the Fantastic Four coming, and so I was expecting, knowing that going into this, I was like, all right, how are we going to set up them coming over to our universe? Because in the first 5 minutes of the film reads like, in this equation you see I'm writing with my stretchy hand proves that alternate realities exist, and not only that they exist, but there's a multiverse and we can cross over to it one day. And then the kids are like, boring. All right, who wants to see something explode?
Speaking about ending credits, that Doom cameo was kind of eh. Yeah, they did our boy Victor kind of eh.
Right?
Yeah, it was just kind of eh.
You just saw the cloak. That's it. Nothing else.
He's holding the mask too.
He was touching the baby. Yeah, he was touching the baby. How?
He's touching Chucky. That's such a creepy ass baby, dude.
They did Franklin dirty. He could have. They maybe shouldn't have sped forward 4 years. So this is like, the movie takes place 4 years into the career, and then the Doom cameo at the very end is 4 years later. So it is Doom coming up, and we don't see anything, but he is just like we don't even hear him talk. He's just like
Touching the baby.
yeah, touching the baby, and then like it starts out normal, and then Sue comes like walking down from the kitchen. She's like, I'm gonna read a normal book, and she gets like ABCs for babies or something. He likes this one, and then the music just starts going real ominous. I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Is like an incursion gonna happen, because they've dropped incursions in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness when it goes off with Clea, and they were like, yo dude, the universe is falling apart, well let's stop this shit, Third Eye. And then like that's the last we hear about that, and it's like never really mentioned again. And I'm like, oh, it was like the sky falling kind of a thing, kind of like how when the Silver Surfer first came, it looked like meteorites and stuff. I'm like, oh what's going on here? But nah, it's just kind of just Doom like.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna hate the Silver Surfer in this one, because we know that it's gonna be a chick from the previews, but she wasn't annoying. Like she played a decent role.
She had a good role.
They could have made her look more badass, I feel like, but then it would have taken away from what we cared about, which was the Fantastic Four, not the Silver Surfer. Mm-hmm. But I think she was written cleverly.
Well, she was written like mysterious, so they only let you know as much as you needed to, for her to like, help out at the end. Yeah.
And that way, it made sense that she would like sacrifice herself at the end, and they foreshadow it too, which I think is cool. Yeah, I didn't hate her almost at all. I think it was a good character.
I think it was nice that they kind of gave Johnny that, like, you know, that thing, like, he's going to sacrifice himself again.
Yeah.
Kind of, like, because that's kind of his character is, and then they give you that big gotcha moment. It was like, psych!
Yep. But we all saw it coming, though. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, I felt like that was a pretty good thing. I was like, oh, it takes you out of the moment, and it makes you think, okay, like, he would do that for his family, especially with his nephew at stake. You know, like, the whole thing is like, protect Earth, protect our baby, and then tell him I love him and I was the best, and I told your Uncle Grim what time it is. Never let him forget what time it is.
I mean, there was a scene in the comics where he actually did sacrifice himself, and then I guess he gets like torn apart and like get put back together by Mephisto in some strange bug world.
I'm gonna save you from the comments. It's actually in the negative zone, and it's a Nihilus.
Oh yeah, Nihilus. That's what it was. Yeah. Ah, man, I forgot. Shit. Can't remember everything.
I don't want to see any comments. Stop the comment now. I nipped it in the bud. Comic lore maintained.
You already know then. Oh.
Well, they turned out the sprinklers on.
Man, they're trying to get us wet.
Yeah, they're trying to get us the fuck out of here. I can't believe there's still cars here. That means there's still a movie
Nah,
going
they're still
on.
like cleaning.
Or cleaning, yeah.
Yeah, we're outside the theater. Because we're hoodlums that way.
We're out in the streets and they just turned the sprinklers on us.
Get these kids out of here. They're loitering.
But man, dude, our poor boy, he learned the language and now he's never going to use it anymore, man.
That's right. No, we don't know that. They're just a million years away.
Just a million.
Be like what? Long distance relationships?
I mean, you would think. Couldn't he track them? Like, theoretically, couldn't Reed keep, like, tabs on Galactus and the Silver Surfer? Because, I mean, he knew the plan was, we're going to move heaven and earth. And it's like, we're going to move the earth so far away from Galactus, it'll take him 1,000,000 years to catch up to us. So it's like, if the coordinates were the same, he would know, like, okay, I'm just going to track his energy signature and to make sure he stays the hell over there. And we stay right here, enjoying the good life while he's out there rotting like a papaya.
I mean, do you think they will steal his whip while he's away? Like, I would.
Oh yeah, they just kind of left that thing floating there, didn't they?
Yeah, the Eye of Sauron, yeah. Yeah. Dude, they could just take
dozer,
it.
Dude.
They could just take it and make it better, make it their own.
Yeah.
They can use it to destroy other planets with other potential threats in them.
Dude, another thing I kind of liked about Reed is that they kind of teased, I don't want to say a dark side, but like just, the cold calculating brain he has. And it's like, I think about, I don't have dreams. I don't wonder. I invite the horrible, terrible thing into my life so that I can keep it from happening, so that it doesn't happen to us. That's like, I figure out how to hurt them so that they don't hurt us.
That was a cool scene. I like that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was when it was like breaking down and just like being raw.
Yeah. And then there was a lot of I like the scene where he was like, I know how we can beat Galactus, but I haven't figured out the part where we're gonna lure him. And she's like, yeah, you have. And he's like, no, I haven't. But he's lying at that point.
Yeah. Because she already told him she doesn't like it when he says it, so he didn't say it, but she still got mad.
Because she knew what he was gonna do, but he just didn't want to say it in front of her because she would get upset. No, but that was like a little bit of like a little sprinkle of like marriage life for you. This is how it goes.
She ain't gonna like this, but it's ethical.
Yep.
It's available.
We gotta eat the kid.
It pleases the masses, and they're gonna fight for it.
When they swapped the baby carriers, that was really fun. Yeah, because they shot him in the eyes with the fire.
They gave him that pocket sand
And
treatment,
they really thought that was gonna work. Yeah, I like that. That was funny. Yeah.
You got to remember the plan was to use the bridge, which was like, all right, no one's gonna. Oh, by the way, a thing I liked is like, hey y'all, we're conserving power, and if everyone does their part, we will move the Earth. It's like, so everyone has to like curfew at 8 o'clock, which leads to like Ben Grimm not being able to shave, so he gets like the rock beard, which I thought was cool. But it was like, yeah, it takes that much. No, they did an ABC special where it's like, we figured out the physics of teleportation. We're gonna demonstrate with this egg, Herbie, and you see an egg teleport across the desk, and it's like, all the lights go off for like a second. I'm guessing like the entire building's energy grid like got shut off just to do that one simple teleport. It's like the only difference between an egg and the planet is scale. So it's like we're going to be building these bridges everywhere so that we can all harness the power of the freaking Earth to move it. And then the bridge, I bring that up because that's something that they'd use in the comics to lead up to Secret Wars, is that They use the bridge to go to other Earths to destroy those Earths to keep Earth Prime 616 alive.
Yep. Yeah, they did the thing.
I don't think the energy conservation thing made a lot of sense. Like, where were they storing the energy? Did they have like giant batteries somewhere? They just like stop using the electricity.
Yeah,
it's not like they were like.
I thought about that.
Yeah,
too,
it's not like they were actively using the portal.
They were complaining about the grids being shitty, and then all of a sudden, if they just stop using lights after 8, they're gonna harness all this power to like. It didn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, but whatever. It's a movie. People are still gonna not care. I figured.
I was like, but they told no one to like have the lights on, and then like it immediately cuts to a scene where like they have like their lights dimmed, not all the way on, but like we could keep them on. We're the Fantastic Four, but just don't turn them on all the way. We're in an energy saving mode right now.
But the real question is, did they ever get that monkey out of the water?
Oh, the orangutan.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a, what is it? They say it was like a smart monkey? What kind of
Yeah,
was it? It was
something
like
like
evil
that.
monkey? What did they say it
It
was?
was like a scientifically enhanced monkey or something.
Well, he lost because he wasn't with his brothers, dude. Apes together strong, man.
Dude, he got yeeted into the water.
Dude, but at the very end for like the post-credit scene where you see the cartoon and the ape is there, the red ghost and is like his. I think they're like just super creatures, like enhanced. I don't know how they're enhanced. Again, you see the ape like try to like knock Mr. Fantastic off a tower, but he's like, bitch, I can stretch. So like he like slinkies himself back up and then like stretches his legs out and just like Sparta kicks him into the ocean. I was like, well, I think man just won today.
Now that I think about it a little bit more, it kind of bothers me that they just kind of introduced the mole people just to be like, hey, we're going to use them a lot later. And it's kind of just been like, okay, there's mole people. There's like beef with the mole people. He doesn't like the mole people, but the mole people are going to help us later. You know?
Yeah, I did like that. I liked what's his name from Cobra Kai as Mole Man. I don't have a problem. No, Earth, you Earth dwellers. I never liked you. But that invisible woman, I like her.
I like this character. And I was happy to see a Cobra Kai, because he was funny in Cobra Kai too. So
Yeah.
I liked him in this movie.
And they missed out on the opportunity to have Danny DeVito as the mole person.
Oh, that's
Just saying, you know.
Dude, Danny DeVito's old
At least
now,
one
man.
of the mole people.
He would make a perfect mole person.
Yeah, with his little mole goggles and like his business suit in Subterranea. I didn't think I'd be safe, but I needed my gats, my mole gats. Yeah, that was pretty good. Again, some of the cameos. They name dropped a few villains we didn't see, but the mole people, Giganto was shown, the ape, like just the super enhanced creatures. I think that's all we saw. They cut what's his name out, John Malkovich. Yeah, he has like in the trailers he has like crazy long white hair and he looks like like he forgot where he was. Like, I just wandered into Subterranea, wondering when I'm going to get back to the surface.
What was that big monster they were fighting
like
at
the
the
lizard.
Giganto, the green one.
Giganto,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that-
that was Giganto. Oh. I thought it was like a swamp thingy, mob. I don't know. I didn't recognize it.
Just the kaiju. Pretty much it. That's all.
I just saw the thing socked it. That's it. Looked pretty cool. Yeah. Good shot.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's about it. That's a good movie.
Yep.
I would watch it again.
Overall, solid 7. Would watch it again. Good first start for phase 6. Yep.
Wait, score is a 7?
I think we did 7 all.
Yeah.
7.
Actually, no, TBD brother. I think he said like a 6, 6.5.
It's 7.
He said
I
6.5.
said high 6, low 7, but
Oh,
pretty
high
much
6.
just a 7.
I give it a
It's like on the cusp, just like 7.
Yeah,
Flat.
10. I think that's fair. It's a good movie, and it's family friendly too. There's not too much raunchiness or anything like bad in there. It's pretty. You can watch it with your family safely. Kids could take whatever happens there. I mean, it's a little violent, but that's all superhero movies.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I agree. So yeah, kind of in agreement. Straight up like a 7, solid 7. But that's pretty good considering like the state of like Phase 5. There was like Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Deadpool, Wolverine. all of the Disney Plus shows. I know I'm missing like a few more movies. Spider-Man, No Way Home was good. The next movie coming up after this is Spider-Man, Brand New Day. So that's going to be cool. And then I don't think that's going to set up anything. It's going to be like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, where it kind of just happens and it doesn't tease anything else. Maybe they'll like another Doom or something, but like Doomsday will be the big Sunday, get here, find out what happens when the Avengers and the hashtag New Avengers and the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, minus your favorite X-Men, the X-Men, Hugh Jackman, fight Dr. Doom. I like the little thing where like at the Future Foundation, they were like, everyone seems to be in unanimous praise. Latveria. Empty seat. Yep. I ain't never gonna catch Dr. Doom at no Future Foundation. But yeah, solid 7. Highly recommend you watch it. Definitely worth a rewatch. This will be another good one. Are people still binging like all 38, 40 movies? Like, do movie theaters still do that?
I don't recommend it. No.
I almost wanted to do that for Endgame, but then I was like, I'll just watch them at home in peace. I'll see Endgame when I see it.
I gotta have the Fantastic 40s on me, dude.
Tape them to your hands.
All right, so that's going to pretty much do it for our maiden voyage. Again, going off the cuff, didn't really have any organization to it, just letting the, impressions fly, going off of what each other said. But we'll be back. We plan on doing a lot more of these in the future for different films that we see. Otherwise, that's me, Ego, the visual culturist, signing out. I'm going to go ahead and throw it to each of my brothers so they can go ahead and do their sign out. Go ahead and tease anything if you have it. Otherwise, just give a goodbye, and we'll end after that.
What's up? It's your mug brother, signing out. Have a good night.
Spread Eagle signing out.
I'm not doing any of that, you guys. You guys have a good night. I don't know these people.
We're getting strange looks right here in the parking lot. We gotta go, brother. All right. Peace. Much love, everybody. Catch you all in the next review. All right. Good night.